Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever applies to you. I hope you're well and welcome to Big Foodie Geek, and I am the Big Foodie Geek. Now, I'm not much of a fast food person or a takeaway person. I know you wouldn't believe it to look at me, but I'm not, at least not anymore. Especially not where I live now. I live in a very quiet village, apart from that plane going overhead. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I live in a very quiet village and we don't get much in the way of takeaway deliveries around here. There's a few places on Just Eat, but they mainly consist of pizza, kebab, pizza, kebab, pizza, kebab, pizza, kebab. And we don't even get any of the main pizza chains delivering here. No Domino's, no Pizza Hut, no Papa John's, nothing like that. So we're very limited. I don't mind so much because it enables me not to spend so much money on takeaways and stuff like that. And also it means I'm not eating takeaways very often anymore. Not that I did a lot, but it's pretty much reduces it down to virtually nothing now. But there is one place I really miss getting takeaway from that I used to be able to get at the last couple of places I lived, and that's Five Guys. Five Guys is probably the best burger that you can get from a chain restaurant as far as I'm concerned. Forget McDonald's, forget Burger King, forget all those other ones that probably exist but I can't remember. Five Guys does the best burger and fries anywhere in a chain restaurant. There are bound to be better places, independent places that do better burgers, but as far as chain restaurants go, they are the best. And while there is one of their restaurants about half-hour drive away, I'm not going to go get in my car just to pick up Five Guys. So I thought I would bring the Five Guys experience to me by trying to recreate their burgers and fries at home, because their fries are amazing as well. They do beautiful Cajun-style fries, and they are so good. So I'm going to try and recreate those as well. And it's not too hard to recreate their burgers at home because they use nice fresh ingredients. Everything's cooked to order. It's not like McDonald's or Burger King's where they're cooking things ahead of time and you might get a burger that's been sat around for quite a while just sitting on a hot plate. They make all their stuff ahead of time and you can customize and tailor your burgers how you want. Chuck any of their fillings in and you're good to go. But today I'm going to make their classic bacon cheeseburger, bacon double cheeseburger, and their Cajun fries, and it's going to be fantastic and I can't wait. So let's recreate Five Guys burgers and fries here at home. Let's get started. So first things first, we're going to start off with the fries. So I'm going to start off by chopping up some potatoes into fry shape. One of the things about Five Guys is that they tend to switch up what potatoes they're using. They usually say in their restaurants what potatoes they're using, where they're from, and they're usually from somewhere quite local, which is another good thing. Today I'm just using classic good old Maris Pipers because they are very good all-rounder, so that's what I'm going to use. I've also got 3 potatoes here just for me because when you go to Five Guys and you ask for a medium fries, you get a metric ton of them, so we're going to have a lot of fries as well. So I'm just going to take these and I'm going to keep the skin on. We're not peeling them because Five Guys do skin on fries, so I'm just going to chop these into nice thick slices, watching my fingers. There we go, a whole mess of fries which we're going to cook up nicely, but before we do that we want our Cajun style seasoning. So I'm going to try and recreate that as best as I can. I have no idea what they have in their seasoning, so I'm going to create one of my own and hopefully it'll be pretty close. So I've got a little bowl here to put all my seasonings in. Now if you don't want to make your own seasoning, then you can always pick one up in the supermarket. I've got one here, Cajun seasoning. You could just as easily use this, but I want to make our own, kind of customize it, tailor it, because this one, it's got a load of old stuff in it that probably don't need in there, to be honest. Anti-caking agent? No thanks. Yeast extract? All kinds of things like that, which you probably don't really need. So I'm going in with 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika for that lovely smokiness, half a teaspoon of cayenne for a little bit of heat, but not too much, teaspoon of ground cumin, teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of onion granules. You can also get onion powder, but I don't have it, so I'm using granules. Half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of the white pepper, teaspoon of the mixed herbs, and half a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to get in there, mix that all together, and there we go, we've got our Cajun seasoning for our fries, which will be tossed over them at the very end after they are cooked. So next we want to cook our chips, and I have dug out the deep fat fryer because Five Guys don't air fry their chips. Oh no, they deep fry them, and they deep fry them, I believe, in groundnut oil or peanut oil if you like. Now if you've ever been in the Five Guys, or at least the ones that I've been, they have got peanuts all over the place and they use peanut oil for their frying. So not great if you've got a peanut allergy, but it does give great flavour. So I've got 2 litres worth in here, and these are going to be fried in. twice. So I'm going to cook these at the lowest possible temperature that I can, which is about 150 degrees on this machine. And these are going to be cooked for probably about 4 or 5 minutes at that low temperature. And that's going to cook them so they're nice and soft, but they're not crispy yet. And then they'll have time to cool down. And then I will cook them again at the high temperature, which will give them a nice crispiness. Hopefully they'll be nice and crispy on the outside, but nice and soft in the middle. So at 150 degrees C, in these go. And these are going to have probably about 4 or 5 minutes in that oil. I'm going to start off with about 4. Okay, these have had about 4 minutes and they've got a little bit of colour on them, but not too much, and that'll be them nice and soft. So I'm going to leave them at that because I don't want to get them too brown or anything at the moment. So these can now kind of sit like that until we're ready to cook them twice again, which we'll do after we've made our burger. So I'm going to pop this up to 180 degrees C, so that is up to heat for later. I'm just going to pop this off to one side so they're not sat over that oil cooking, and these can just sit on some kitchen towel just to drain off as well. Now, before we even get started on our burger patties, we need to sort out some of our fillings. Now, whatever fillings you want in your burger from the Five Guys menu, you do those, but I'm doing some today that I really love from the Five Guys menu. So I've got here some onions, which I'm frying in some of the peanut oil, so that's going to have that lovely flavour in it. And I'm just going to be tossing and turning those in that oil so they get some nice colour on them. And also got some streaky bacon here because you can't have a bacon double cheddar without the bacon. So I'm making use of the whole pan here. And when we cook our burgers as well, we can get some of the lovely flavour from this bacon and the onions on that burger as well. Just got to be careful to utilise all the pan for this because it's a big pan and not such a big hob. That's why the onions are off to the side so they can cook a bit slower. And I'll keep the bacon over the heat a bit more. Right, that bacon has got a nice amount of colour on it. I don't want to cook it too much more, otherwise it's going to burn. So I'm popping that onto a bit of kitchen towel, just get some of that oil out of it. But we've still got all that lovely flavour from the bacon in there. Right, I don't need that pan for the moment, so I'm going to move this off the heat, but the onions can stay in there and cook in that residual heat. Now here we can prep our burger patties. Now we don't want to do anything too fancy with the burger patties because the meat is the star of the show, so we're not going to fill it with loads of different things. We are just letting the meat do the work. Now, after having a look online, Five Guys burger patties are usually about 90 grams. It says about 3.3 ounces, which roughly works out about 90 grams, I think. Now, I've gone a bit bigger. I've gone for about 125 grams each because, quite frankly, why not? It's my burger. These will shrink down, so we're going to make them a little bit bigger than our burger bun. So I've gone for a classic burger bun, sesame seed bun here. None of this brioche stuff because Five Guys don't use those. Now, while brioche buns are very nice in certain circumstances, they do tend to steal the limelight from the burger, hence why we are not doing that today, and because Five Guys don't do that. So we are going with the classic burger bun. And I find the best way to press out a burger patty is to get a couple of sheets of grease-proof paper, baking paper, whatever you want to call it. Then with our burger in the middle of one sheet, we get the other sheet, and then we press that down and out so we can get in there and shape out our burger. I'm not trying to press this down too much because otherwise you will make the meat tough, and we still want a nice tender juicy burger. That looks about right, that looks good to me. So put that one to one side and I'll do the same for the other patty. Got my pan back over the heat. I'm going to take these onions out because they are looking pretty nice. And then we can go in with our burger patty. So in goes number one, pull that off, and in goes number two. And while I haven't seasoned this so far, I am just going to season one side of this. So I'm going in with some sea salt over the top here and a little bit of cracked black pepper. These aren't too thick, so I'm just going to give them a couple of minutes on each side. All right, let's give these a quick flip. Oh yeah, those are looking good. Those are looking good. Right, obviously this is a double cheeseburger, so we need some cheese for this, and we are going for good old American style cheese. Yes, plastic cheese, that's what we're going for. It probably barely qualifies as cheese, but it goes fantastically in a burger. And then to make sure that cheese melts, I'm putting in some water in here, create some steam, and on with the lid. Right, off with that lid. Yes, that cheese is looking pretty melty, and those are pretty good burgers. So I'm going to take these out and just going to pop them onto some kitchen towel. And with that pan cleaned out and over a high heat, I'm going to use it to toast my burger buns. Because in the words of the immortal Sir Mix-a-Lot, my burger don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
This might answer your question. Sir Mix-a-Lot is known for The Wolf of Wall Street, Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle, and The Do-Over.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, this is the sort of thing we're going for, but I'm going to do my fillings in a different order because nobody wants lettuce and tomato on top, no one. So first of all, some sauces. So I'm going, as I was about to say, I'm going to start off with the sauces, including some ketchup, which I decided not to fire straight. Some mayo and some American mustard, because I always like to go for all three, but you can go for one or two or none. Mix that along the bottom. Then I know we've got fried onions, but I also like some raw onions because it gives it a nice bit of crunch, a bit of acidity, and also if you don't want anyone around you, then you get onion breath and you can have everyone leave you the heck alone. Then lettuce. I've gone for iceberg lettuce, a couple of slices of tomato, then one of my burger patties, then my bacon, then my second burger patty, and then some pickles, because as far as I'm concerned, you can't have a burger without pickles. They are an essential component. And then some of that fried onion on top, and then the lid of our burger, which I've also put some of the sauces on as well. Oh, that looks absolutely amazing. And wrap this up in some foil to keep that heat and freshness in, and just to make it that all more authentic Five Guys experience. So that can wait there like that, and we can finish off our fries. Right, here we are back with our fries, and these are about to go into that oil again, but at 180 degrees C this time. And again, these are going to have 4 or 5 minutes in that oil to get nice and golden brown and crisp, and then we can toss them in our Cajun spice. Okay, these have had a good, probably about 3 minutes, and I don't think they need any longer than that, because look at those. Those are a lovely golden brown colour. There we go, it has focused in, and those are lovely and golden brown. So I don't want them to cook too much more, otherwise they will get burned and bitter and horrible. We'll pop these onto some kitchen towels to get off the excess oil, and then we can toss them in our Cajun spice. Okay, I've got a lovely big bowl in which to toss my fries in. So I'm going to pop in half of that Cajun spice mix, and then tip in those still hot fries. And let's get over with the rest of that Cajun spice. Or should I say Cajun style spice, because I'm sure someone out there will go, it's not Cajun spice. You know what I mean. And let's toss these fries in that Cajun style spice. There we go, those are all nicely coated, so let's get those served up with our burger. Oh, look at all those fries. That is definitely an authentic Five Guys experience right there. Now, let's just unwrap some of our burger so we can get that in the shot too. Ah, look at that, that looks epic. I cannot wait to get stuck into that, so I'm not gonna. Let's eat Five Guys.
Phrasing, boom!
Oh, look at that. That looks so freaking good. So freaking good. I am well happy with how that's turned out. That looks amazing. I've made some good burgers in my time, not to toot my own horn because that's not something I do very often, but I have made some good burgers. And that looks like one really, really good one. Hopefully it all tastes good as well. But first things first, I'm going to start off with these fries, which are hot, coated in that crispy coating. It wants to focus, oh, there we go. There we go, it wanted to focus on the burger, and I don't blame it, but those are some nice skin on fries, coated in that Cajun spice. I'm gonna try one right now. Oh yeah, oh, that is good. It's kind of got that Moorishness of those fries. A little bit of heat in there from that cayenne as well. Not sure if that's usually on the Five Guys fries, to be honest. It's been a while since I've had them. But I like it, I like that little kick. It's not too much, but it's very, very nice. I'm gonna have another one. Those are very, very good. Sorry, eating with my mouth full, it's very rude. Well, in some cultures it's not, it's a sign of appreciation. I am just standing here eating those fries. That shows that they are good. They are very, very Moorish. But we're not just here for the fries, we are here for the burger. And as I said, this is an epic looking burger. And the thing I like about having some foil as well, kind of gives you something to hold on to the burger with. When you've got Five Guys, you need 2 hands. So cheers, let's give this a try. That is so good, that is bang on. Have a look in there, you've got those nicely cooked burgers, not overcooked, not undercooked. You've got a nice selection of fillings, bacon, cheese, onions twice. We've also got those pickles in there, which I absolutely love. That is a bloody good burger. And that is pretty dang close to the authentic Five Guys experience, I have to say. Well, there you go, that's how you make Five Guys style burger and fries at home. The only thing it's lacking is one of their milkshakes, and those are so good, but I won't be able to do one of those here because I haven't got the equipment for it, and also I don't know how they make those, so maybe that'll be some research for another day. but their milkshakes are epic. But there you go, I hope you enjoyed that video, I hope you found it useful. If you love Five Guys like I do, then maybe you'll make that, maybe you'll give it a go. If you can't get to a Five Guys, or they just don't have them in your area, then give that a try because it is amazing. So really hope you enjoyed that video, and maybe I'll do more of these kind of like fake away style videos if that's what you want. If you enjoyed it, let me know, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to find out when new videos are going up. I'm talking too fast. Hit the notification bell to find out when new videos are going up, and I will see you next time on Big Foodie Geek. Take care of yourselves. I'm going to go off and enjoy my Five Guys. See you later.